All right, we had some questions about this assignment. I don't think I did a good job of giving instructions for it. So here's what I want you to do with the trig ratios. I'm just going to do number one right here. So what I want you to do is take each of the angles that's not a right angle. So we're going to work with angle X and with angle Z. And for those two angles, I want you to find all 6 of the trig ratios. So let's start with angle X. If we have angle X, then we know that 35 is going to have to be the hypotenuse. 28 is the opposite because it's across, and then 21 is the adjacent because it's next to the X angle. All right, so now we're going to use our SOHCAHTOA to do sine, cosine, and tangent of X. So sine of X is opposite over hypotenuse. So that's 28 over 35. Simplify your fractions. That becomes 4/5. Cosine of X is adjacent over hypotenuse. That's 21 over 35, or 3/5. Tangent of X, that's opposite over adjacent. That's 28 over 35. And that is equal, that's 28 over 21, my fault. And that is equal to 4/3, 4 over 3. And then you have the reciprocal ones. You have secant, cosecant, and cotangent. And so remember, cosecant goes with sine. So all you have to do for cosecant, once you found sine is 4 over 5, cosecant has to be 5 over 4. You just flip it. Secant goes with cosine. So once you know cosine is 3 over 5, secant has to be 5 over 3. And then same thing with cotangent. You just flip the tangent, and it's 3 over 4. So that's angle X. Now do the same thing for angle Z. Angle Z, now we're going to go over here. So our hypotenuse stays the same, but now the opposite and the adjacent switch. So our sine of Z is opposite over hypotenuse. So this time it's going to be 21 over 35, which is 3/5. The nice thing is these fractions keep coming up. So once you've simplified them, you don't really have to keep simplifying them because they'll show up again and again. Cosine of Z is adjacent over hypotenuse, which is 28 over 35, or 4/5. And tangent of Z is equal to opposite over adjacent. So 21 over 28, which is 3/4. And then again, you just flip these to get your secant, cosecant, and cotangent. And make sure you write the correct letter. I'm sorry about that. This is of Z. Secant of Z is 5 over 4. And cotangent of Z is 4 over 3. Now, I know that seems like a lot, but once you get going on this, you'll, in addition to not having to resimplify fractions, because there'll be fractions you've already seen, you should start to notice some patterns here between like the sine of one angle, cosine of the other angle, tangent of one angle, tangent of the other angle. And that will save you some time too. And I don't want this to seem like busy work. I know it's a lot, but I really want you very familiar with how all this works and with the relationship between sine and cosine, between the regular trig identities, sine, cosine, and tangent, and the reciprocals, cosecant, secant, and cotangent, and the relationship between the two non-right angles of the right triangle. So that's what you'll do for these. And if you have any other questions about it, bring them on Wednesday and we can talk about them a little bit more.